Matriarch Xenolifers mothership 3 days before the space lab data hijacking. It's quite a cool looking ship. This is Sergeant Burden communicating from within Xenolifers Matriarch battleship, requesting an encrypted Type 6 comm relay to the Everdusk Company for the universe knowledge in its secure Channel 6. Sergeant, it's been 3 months since your last transmission. The mission protocol dictates at least a report every 2 weeks. Wasn't my choice, sir. There's been a lot of activity in Xenolifer recently. Sergeant, our intel indicates that the Medusae virus has fallen into the hands of Xenolifer. What happened? It hasn't yet. Calm down. Liam is planning to assault one of the Holistic Empire's space labs. Their plan is to steal their research data about the Medusae virus. That is unacceptable, Burden. Xenolifer must not gain access to the Medusae virus. They've gone too far this time. Sergeant, these are your new orders. Eliminate Liam Ferron Gao and sabotage his plans. Sir, killing Xenolifer leader isn't the solution. That isn't the solution. That course of action will blow up a 3-year operation. Jack and I have worked hard to earn Liam's trust. Within a few months we could achieve a peaceful end to the Xenolifer organization. Have you lost your mind, Sergeant? We could never allow a terrorist organization access to a weapon of mass destruction. The Xenolifer aren't terrorists. They have ideals of revolution, but Liam isn't genocidal. I know him, sir. Keep talking like that and we'll consider your loyalty compromised, Sergeant. Xenolifer is the enemy and must be neutralized by any means necessary. We need more time. Sergeant, listen to me. I'll take responsibility for whatever actions Xenolifer carries out with the Medusae virus. If the time comes, my hands won't hesitate to put a bullet in Liam's head, but killing Ferron Gao will only unleash a war which will cost Everdusk resources and lives. Trust me, I have this under control. All of a sudden, showtime. Sorry, did I wake you? What's up, you look confused? Let us introduce ourselves. My name is Irving, and this big boy with the funny helmet is Alexander. He doesn't speak much, but he is a good fellow. That is, unless you piss him off, but that ain't gonna happen, am I right? Cut the crap, what do you want? Relax, you don't want to push things here, trust me. My boss wants to know about you. The usual drill, age, sex, location, oh, and also wants to know what the fuck you were doing in our lab. So anyway, first question. Where are your headquarters? So wait, who are we controlling? Right, so this is a hostage situation. Sorry, not a hostage situation, a interrogation situation. And clearly we only have control over Jack and Burden. So ask Burden the question. Provoking seems like quite violent up front. I just think. Okay, so line's gone up now. So provoke. So lying is still at 41%. So we might think again. Seemed to work well the first time. So lying's now at 68%. So we might think again. Right, so clearly I'm not that good now, but the lie should work. Sorry, we hide on a deep cave located on the planet of Sinekos. It's a hostile environment, keeps us safe from most combatants. It makes sense, doesn't it? I don't know. Next question. Who are you? The lie's down now. So we might have to switch on to Jack. Almost the holistic baseball league. Gentlemen, you'll have to excuse us. I hope you enjoyed your first session. It's been nice serving. Thank you for your time. This is going to be fun. Good night, fellas. Right. Okay. So clearly there's some sense of scale in which we have to survive. Worse on this. We're alive, aren't we? For now, let's just focus on staying that way. Okay. Until when? I don't know. But as long as we're still breathing, we have a chance. Don't do or say anything stupid. We have to choose our words wisely. I don't care about giving up information about Xenolifer, but as soon as this lunatic knows everything he wants, we're dead. Yeah, sounds like a solid plan. Shut up and get some rest. The worst is yet to come. It's undoubtedly true. Doobie-doo, 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 yeah. Doobie baby, doobie, yeah. Man, I've missed some karaoke. Missed me some karaoke action. Do you like karaoke? Rip your eyes, doobie-doo, nice. Doobie-doo, you will die here, yeah. Your turn. Go fuck yourself, you crazy son of a bitch. Tell me your names. So the last of the 38% from last time, which is interesting. So now that there's a hammer involved, you might want to be a bit less provoking. So, this isn't information about Xenolifer, it's quite personal, so... Ouch. Do we have a chance before we have to lie again? I think it might just be worth going for the lie right now. My name is Samuel Kinners, and he is Orson Blomkovich, who are rebels from the Legend Desert. It makes sense, doesn't it? I don't know. Next question. What do you plan to do with your intel that you stole from our database? Is that something about Xenolifer? I mean, he thinks they're from Xenolifer, evidently. Is it worth just confessing? I'm just going to confess and see. This won't hurt your empire. We wanted to blackmail the Consular Federation. Interesting. So, you say you wanted to blackmail those pigs from the Consular Federation, but there are still things that bug me. Who is your boss? Thinking hurts both. Provoking kinda doesn't help anyone. Thinking, try. We follow the command of Alexander. I'm sorry, Alex. Had to confess. was funny. Okay, so that was clearly a line of being believed. Alexander, it's time for our secret weapon. Bring me the red blade crabs. No, wait. We had them for our dinner yesterday. Shit. Sorry, Buzzkiller. See you tomorrow. Okay, well, we managed to survive. Why did we choose this life of suffering? Why did we choose this life of suffering? Why can't we just live on a farm with warm sunsets and cool evenings? We'd harvest crops and be away from all of this. We can. Well, we should. But I'll tell you something, I'm sure that even if we survive this, you go back to action. And the fool that I am, I'd follow you. Can't be helped, Jack. We don't know shit about raising crops. Oh, that would be Liam. Liam, sorry I'm so late. You don't think Xenolife would let you down now, did you? Thank the gods, get us out of here. I'm sorry, but that's not a good idea. What? No shit. We are in a prison located on one of the wandering moons of the Holistic Empire. This giant rock is too, sorry, O's look like D's. It's too heavily guarded for a prison break. It's a miracle that I got this far. I think we can make it together. Hell, even if I don't know if I can even make it back alone. Well then grab a chair and take a seat. What's the plan? I know you have one, Liam. Yeah, you're correct. I may be a suicidal hero, but I'm not a suicidal idiot. Xenolife is preparing a rescue operation. It isn't going to be easy, but nothing withstands a clever plan. Okay. Right, what do you need us to do? I need you to endure 20 more days of torture. What? You know, clever plans usually aren't the quickest. But that's why I'm here, to help you in that matter. I already located a nursery above this floor. I can sneak in and steal medication for you. Medicine can restore your health so you can endure longer. Painkillers will allow you to resist more pain, so that bastard's torture methods won't be as effective. But you won't recover as fast as usual from your injuries. Or if you prefer, I can gather information to help you deal with your torturers. It's easier to lie if you know what your captor is interested in. You're a smart man, Abraham. You can survive this and more. Hooray. What should I bring you tomorrow? Well, there's a whole new element now. So painkillers, the idea behind painkillers was that they'd be more effective. What's the downside to that? That it would be harder to come back. I feel like painkillers are for if you're going to be aggressive and take a lot of hits. And obviously we do take hits, but hits are kind of necessary. But just off the top of my head, I don't feel like I want painkillers. A healing, and obviously we can switch as well. We could try painkillers if we need to be more aggressive. A healing kit to bring us back to health. We did take a bit of a pounding today. That might be a good option. On the other hand, information would make it a lot nicer. I feel like if they're going to keep bringing in implements and make it worse, information might be nice initially. What to do? I think I'm gonna take the information for now. Sorry, I haven't been reading again. Alex, he said, raise your hands if you want to be free. Ben said, untie me and I'll raise your teeth out your head or something. Alexander, seems like we have a mad dog on our hands here. You want to play mad dog? Me too, let me give it a shot. I will kill you, and your friends, and your family, and your pets, and I'll burn your pets' clothes. Bravo. Your leader's name is something like Crappy Rebel, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. So the lie's still at 30%. Obviously we're still quite injured, so we can't take a whole lot today. Why don't we give it one more think, and then... I don't see how begging's ever a good idea, because it doesn't help the lie. Maybe it'll come important. Hey, are you deaf? Ooh, shit. Pulling out teeth isn't nice. The lie's only at 55%, obviously, and getting injured again won't be great, especially given that we're this low now. But I don't know if the lie carries on to the next thing, so I'm going to give it a shot. Our leader is Brian Kern Smith, also known as the Empire Destroyer. It makes sense, doesn't it? I don't know. Next question. How did you manage to enter our space lab? I feel like this is the kind of thing that it doesn't particularly matter how we confess. We bought some cargo access codes in the black market. I'm sorry, but there are a lot of people willing to sell you out. Interesting. So you say that you wanted to blackmail those pigs from across the Federation. Little rats that you are, you bought the cargo access codes on the black market. But there are still things that bug me. Who do you work for? I don't know if this is something that we should confess or not. I feel like thinking he's going to get us very far, because we'll only survive one more and then we'll have to lie on like 30%, which isn't great. Who do we work for? I mean, ultimately it kind of depends what the character's going to say. Is he going to invent something? Or, you know, does he only do the inventing with the lying? Because, I mean, obviously if he confesses that he works for Xenolife, that's not great, I think. Let's give the lying a shot. Yay, more teeth. That's a horrible sound. Tell me about your organization. Which is the people oppressed by the holistic empire. We the resistance and will overthrow your empire. It makes sense, doesn't it? I don't know. Next question. What are you looking for at our labs? Black Mother's picks on the Console Federation. The little rats that you are, you bought the cargo access code to the black market. You fools are trying to understand the deadly Medusi virus. There's still things that bug me. Wait, I forgot to get the ice cream out of the fridges. Goodbye, idiots. Come on, Alexander. Choke on it, arsehole. It's kind of hard to tell if we're doing well or not, if I'm honest. All chains in front of me. It's hard spending all night looking at that shit and imagining myself hanging on it. I'm more afraid of the axe. Yeah, I'm probably more afraid of the axe. My guys, they say they'll be here sooner than we thought. They'll be here in just 19 days. A day is a day, isn't it? Thanks, Liam. What should I bring you tomorrow? I think we definitely need a heating kit at this point. Gotcha. So now we get the intel. They have a lot of information about the planet Sainakos. I think they're searching for rebel activity there. Ooh, shit. I envy you free guys. You know something I envy from free guys like you? Not having to wear the same clothes every day. And coffee, for the Emperor's sake. How I fucking miss coffee. It was prohibited 7 years ago because your beloved Emperor thought that coffee encourages rebel thinking. Sometimes I wish that the Emperor was down here with us just so I could show him the many ways that I disagree with him. Alexander, forget what you just heard. But the thing is, rebel activity actually diminished, but so did our red departments. I don't know why you were interested in the research of some coffee-less scientists. Well, I should confess something to you then, Irving. We went there for the coffee. No shit. Where are your headquarters? So, now we have really good chances of lying. That's interesting. But we've given this answer before, so I guess maybe they're just probing us. Makes sense, doesn't it? I don't know. Next question. Who are you? Right, so now the lying isn't so good. This is definitely something we're going to want to think on. Ooh, what are they going to do? Yeah, that glove can be a pain in the ass. My name is Irving McAllister C. It's not that complicated, so... so the idea is that they're getting quite close to actually putting the burning things on us, which is probably going to be unpleasant. I feel like it's worth another think before we lie. Ooh, that's horrible. Tell me your names. I'm gonna lie. My name is Samuel Kinners and he is Awesome Blomkovich. We're rebels from the Legan Desert. It makes sense, doesn't it? Who is your boss? Did we lie about the boss thing before? I feel like we did. Or did we confess? I'm gonna confess now in any event. His name is Liam Ferrongau. It means liberator in the... oh no, that probably wasn't something. We'll kill them and call the cleaners. No, wait. Goodbye. Okay. Right, so that was definitely something we didn't want to confess. Oh, and we have to do this whole thing again. Sorry, I'm not going to read the things again. That's like the worst lie in the whole world. I'm going to try to be a bit more aggressive this time, actually. So I'm wondering if maybe we're aggressive enough and distribute the kind of pain between them, then yeah, the time will elapse and they won't be able to get anything out of us. Okay, so I think this is going to be the strategy from now. I feel like trying to keep up with what information we said and haven't said and trusting him to say the right thing about certain things is a bit difficult. This one might be a bit difficult before we get painkillers though. Let me tell you, designing fun torture routines is a pain in the ass. It's like an old marriage really. You start thinking of new ways to surprise your little darling, and without it even noticing you end up dressed up as a sailor with a strap on banging at your back door. I've never been married, but Alexander was. You should listen to one of his extra stories, man. But hey, let's talk about you. Why are you interested in our research? So lying has gone up, actually. Tell me about what you found in our lab. See, that's the last time I'm scared to lie because he was a fucking idiot, this guy. Really don't understand begging. Begging doesn't help lying at all. It's really odd. Maybe it's just there for the initial trap. We're going to try lying. Where are your headquarters? Jack isn't looking so good. Epic treehouse in the universe. who would lie that badly? Like, honestly. See, I don't like it either, having to hurt you, but hell, if you want to play the hero, it's my duty to beat the ever-living shit out of you. I hope you understand. You want to sit? We can switch places and make it one. Oh no, please, what an awful host that would make me. Rest yourselves, darlings. Don't worry about me, save your strength. How do you always stay so cool? It's like you were born to survive. Are you trying to bend my mood to sweet talk, Jack? I'm not the only one who's got this far. Consider yourself the survivor too, Corporal. Ha, now that's good pep talk. Shut up and rest. Okay, here comes Liam. This is all the same as we saw before. 20 more days. So I feel like we're going to go with painkillers. Although actually surviving tomorrow might be a bit of a stretch. But I won't change anything. You know why? Human rights. Host Empire doesn't give a shit about fucking human rights. Get what you deserve thanks to your own strengths. Fucking quality. Anyway, the situation makes for a perfect scenario for my line of work. But beyond that, this is why I won't change for anything. The holistic baseball league. You can brawl, you can kill, you can take your glove and even smother a guy, hence it's a true sport. You can even run with your bat and pummel your puny opponent into submission. It's so intense to see your play. My favourite player, Ozzy Eldazat, has a streak of 10 kills in 9 matches, 10 kills. This whole holistic empire thing is pure crap, but I'd pay to watch one of those games. Ha, and you don't see, best sport ever. It's a pity you'll never have the chance. In a forest, an abandoned prison, come on, tell me where you're all hiding. You live on board a spaceship, always on the run, that's how cowards roll, I guess. But there are still things that bug me. How did you manage to enter our space lab? So this is the kind of thing that confessing about didn't matter. We bought some cargo passes. Who's your boss? Now this is something we can't have them know, so we're going to think. Have them put out those teeth. Tell me everything about your leader. I'm going to think once more and then lie, because obviously this really didn't go well last time. And yeah, we could take one more hit. So now we're going to lie. Our leader is Brian Kernsmith, also known as the Empire Destroyer. Who do you work for? I really could use a beer right now. Enjoy them. Thanks, man. I'll bring you one if you survive for a month. I hope that Marvin is doing okay. I miss that dog too. Best soldier ever served with. No offense. None taken. Here comes Liam. Hi guys, any news? Nothing of interest. Well, I heard that Alexander's mother was a half-breed offspring from a dual-guild titan. Is that even possible? Yes, trust me, this guy's strength isn't human. Sorry to hear that. What should I bring you tomorrow? I'd say more painkillers, but we kind of do also need a healing kit. Although the painkillers are going to make us less... The healing kit work less well. Let's just keep trucking on the painkillers, see how it goes. Painkillers will let you endure more pain. Done. See you tomorrow. What's up, Exile? Don't look at me like that. We've already talked about this Alexander and Irving show. It doesn't sound so good. Also, I'm the one who does all the talking, so it's not that fair. Let's also, I guess, because what do you think? I think that Alexander and his annoying friend would be a bit better title. Okay, you're going to pay for that comment. Tell me about your organisation. So this is, I think, the kind of thing we could confess about. Interesting, so you live on board a spaceship, always on the run. The little rat that you are, you bought the cargo access, you remember the xenolife of the terrorists who hired by revolution ideas. There's still things that bug me. Who are you? The issue is if they ask about the boss again, that was obviously the thing that kind of gave us up. I don't know, is it worth going for the long play in this one? Those things kind of hurt, but let's give it a shot. Interesting, well we can provoke again. Real job at the circus. Yeesh. Painful. Wearing sunglasses in a basement. I think that's a very fair question. Who are you? Provoke. A little bitch like you won't get much from us. Trust me, you don't want to do this. Sorry, I was trying to, I don't know, he's going to say something else. Right, let's provoke again. Trainees. Oh, that reminds me that I'll probably kill you soon. If the day goes smooth, I'm gonna need that chained wall. Okay, so we could survive. Is there an aspect to which we need to give up information for them to think that we're useful? Where do you think Liam comes from, and why do you think he began the revolution? He told me he was from a huge high-tech planet. He was a speck of dust on a very dirty planet, and he came to be some kind of rebel punk who led a big group of youngsters against the big corporations. That has nothing to do with xenolife, his current cause, but I guess he always had an appetite for revolution. He told you all that? Wow, seems like you two got pretty close. I'm a good listener. Man, I spent the day hidden in an airway watching holistic baseball matches. That shit is sick, but pretty rad. You should try to get some tickets for when you get out. You can count on me. What should I bring you tomorrow? I'm gonna hope that the painkillers are just gonna kind of keep doing their job. Some kind of interrogation pattern all these psychopaths do. Wish I had multiple lives to find out what his pattern is. Wonder what fresh hell we have today. Ah, so now we're on the wall. Man, I had the weirdest dream last night. Get this, everything was black and white. Everything but the orange light of my cigarette. Oh, and I was blonde, kinda lame. I wasn't blonde, kinda lame. I was wearing a heavy metal t-shirt and had long hair. I lived in a world made of concrete and got to see people with black bags over their heads every day. The best part is that Alexander doesn't exist, no offense, and I tortured every single one of those with a black bag for heads. Damn, it was fun. Then one day the strange hobo with a green-eyed gas mask showed up and said, "Your world was made in less than 72 hours. Hey, snap out of it and start hitting us, please." Man, how rude. Tell me your names. It doesn't look like we're chained to that, so if this kind of pulls us up, then we could just let go. But I don't know, we have the painkillers, so we're gonna provoke. Are you trying to bore me to death? So now we're back to the punching. Ah, so now we don't have a choice on him, we only have Jack. Alright, so let's think. Oh shit. You could only take 2 things on that. That's ridiculous. So now that we're back around the fire, I wanted to talk a little bit about the game itself, to actually kind of do some of the reviewing aspect. I've waited 2 episodes, or to the end of, well, yeah, to the end of 2 episodes, just so I could, you know, give you some time to get used to the game as it actually is, and for me to get used to it too. You know, you don't want to form reviews, opinions just off the bat. So now that we're, you know, a little bit through, what can we actually say? Unfortunately, it feels that, especially after the end of that episode, that some of what I saw some people saying might be actually right. You know, I've nothing against making a game difficult, certainly. To, you know, it can make it more interesting, and you don't want to be kind of mollycoddled and handheld all the way through. You know, the game experience should teach you what you need to know in order to kind of complete the game. I do have an issue with kind of difficulty for its own sake, if you will. In this instance, kind of being arbitrarily punished just for trying something out with no real indicator as to what was going to happen, or the kind of constraints involved. So, you know, there could have been anything. There could have been an audio cue from Burden being like, "Oh, ouch, I couldn't take much more of this," rather than, you know, having to find out by actually killing him that isn't a viable way to go, or that you know, you can only lie twice when someone's in the rack. Especially since that just kicks you back to the beginning of the game. If you know, if there was a point, like you went back to the beginning of that day, this would be different. But because you have to actually go back to the entire beginning of the section, it's incredibly harsh to just punish someone for trying out something different. Especially since there's no reason for them to know that wouldn't happen. So that is something I definitely have an issue with. It seems really unfair and just bad game design. It just really turned me off to the game that happened, if I'm honest. And, you know, I'm going to try and push through it, and I'm going to do a bit more of the game and see where it goes. But really, like, this, if this is any indication of how it's going to go, then, you know, the story is like picking up. It's becoming more interesting. I want to be more interested in it, but it completely throws you out of, like, caring about the story in a way if you're worried about game breaking issues like this. That's really the thing that I think is a shame, because I think, like, the game could have a lot going for it, actually. I mean, the gameplay isn't that bad. It's a bit interesting. You know, I quite like the graphic style. I think the story is kind of ramping up a bit. You're thrown completely in the middle in the beginning, and it was a bit disorientating. You didn't know who to think or what to do. But in an odd way, kind of like the fact that you have to replay so many times gives you more time to think about those things. So that, you know, that actually isn't a bad thing in its own way. But the manner in which you're made to replay is something that I'm having an issue with right now. So that's just the one thing I wanted to talk about now. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Like I said, this has already been quite a long video. But thank you for watching. I hope you found it enjoyable, and or maybe as frustrating as I did. I don't know. But yeah, you know, I'm going to push through. I'm going to try and do at least one more episode, and if that goes better, then we'll keep going. If not, then I don't know. I might have to kind of call it quits there. I mean, this isn't the kind of thing that I don't punish myself like this. I'm a much more, you know, XCOM and Papers, Please kind of, you know, that I'm okay with. This is a bit different. But please join me next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like these reviews, these videos, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, thanks for watching.